Archangel Michael says this is the moment that was written in quiet places of your life where no one else could look. A soft hand moves the hidden curtain and a path appears like silver glass in the night. You are standing at the doorway and the air holds a bright hush. The message carries weight like a sealed letter pressed with gold. It asks for silence because the miracle blooms best in stillness. It will arrive in 2 minutes like a sudden sunrise behind closed eyes. Every delay falls away like old leaves in a clean wind. The clock knows the secret and keeps it with a faithful tick. Your name sits at the center of this hour like a flame that does not shake. No one else is allowed to witness what opens here. The instruction is clear and firm like a guard at a holy gate. Do not speak it aloud and do not share it with lips or hands. The corridor ahead is narrow but bright. Footsteps feel guided as if the floor is teaching them how to move. The light bends to help you see what was hidden in the shadow. There is a pattern around you that now reveals its shape. Moments from months ago click into place like careful gears. The reason for each delay stands calm and understood. Your breathing slows and becomes a steady anchor. The body relaxes because it recognizes safe ground. In this ground, roots from your future reach upward like kind hands. Something gentle touches your shoulder and steadies your heart. Old fear slides away like a coat that no longer fits. A truer garment settles on you with quiet strength. You were not late to this signal. You were right on time according to the unseen schedule that loves you. This schedule moves without noise and never loses its way. A doorway opens like the first page of a new book. The words are written in light that feels warm to read. Each line spells your belonging and your rise. Your home hears the news before you speak it. Walls soften and hold a restful glow at the edges. The floor remembers every step you took to get here. Inside your chest a lantern is lit. It does not burn, it shines with cool clarity and bright calm. You feel the center of yourself become solid and kind. Old wounds close like healed paper smoothed by careful hands. Where there was ache there is space to breathe and stand straight. Where there was doubt there is a clear, steady yes. The air carries a note that rings clean and true. It says the long winter is finished for this chapter. It says you may place your bags down and drink water. The miracle approaches like footsteps on soft grass. It does not rush and yet it arrives fast. 2 minutes fold like a handkerchief and vanish. Now the room brightens at the corners. Shadows move aside as if greeting a beloved guest. You feel held by something large and gentle. The miracle is precise and it knows your need. It fits your life like a key from a trusted hand. It protects what is tender and lifts what is heavy. A page turns inside your work and new doors swing open. Tasks that felt like stone are now smooth and light. The right faces, calls, and notes align without strain. In matters of heart the fog clears and warmth returns. Communication becomes simple like a straight path. Promises feel safe to hold and give. Resources gather the way birds gather at dawn. Support arrives from directions you did not expect. The tide moves in your favor and stays. You remain quiet because silence has power tonight. Silence lets the miracle land without disturbance. Silence keeps the gift bright and whole. Protection stands at your left and right. The way is guarded from noise that steals focus. Your steps are covered by calm authority. Archangel Michael says your name is written on this light. He says your patience is being honored in full. He says your story is moving to its strong chapter. The window of blessing stays open until 9 in the evening. It invites your presence with respectful certainty. It closes gently after it completes its work. You are asked to receive rather than chase. You are asked to stand rather than run. You are asked to trust rather than strain. Breathe in for release and breathe out for arrival. The inhale cleans and the exhale welcomes. The rhythm becomes a door that opens easily. Every good seed you planted in quiet places now rises. Each one stretches tall and shows a green crown. You feel the garden answer your care with kindness. A letter of approval sits ready in the unseen. A signature waits for your calm acceptance. Ink dries on promises that are now secured. The guide beside you carries a shield made of peace. Peace is stronger than pressure and faster than doubt. Peace is the tool that never breaks. You hold that tool now with steady hands. It helps you cut away what is false and heavy. It helps you shape a path that is honest and bright. Time softens because the right things are in motion. You no longer push the river. You stand in its gentle current. The current carries you to the correct shore. The future calls with a tone that feels like home. It is not loud, it is settled and clear. It speaks your next steps in small, exact pieces. Gather what matters and leave what does not. Keep the simple plan that matches your breath. Place your attention on what grows and holds. You notice your inner voice is stronger than the old noise. It speaks kindly and firmly without fear. This voice will guide each decision with quiet accuracy. A circle of favor forms around your name. It is not crowded and it is not thin. It fits perfectly and carries you well. Archangel Michael says your calm is a command to the day. He says the world around you listens when you stand still. He says stillness is your strongest language. The room where you stand becomes a small temple of focus. Every object sits in agreement with your rise. Nothing argues with the light now present. You feel free in places that used to feel small. You feel safe in places that used to feel sharp. You feel strong where you used to feel tired. This strength is gentle and does not shout. It does not need proof and it does not compete. It simply remains. Your phone may stay quiet for this moment. Your words may stay inside and shine there. Your attention faces your own horizon. The gift arrives as promised and sits by your hands. It asks for care and offers stability. It carries opportunity wrapped in clarity. Ideas that slept under snow rise awake. They find partners, tools, and routes. They step into daylight and begin. Loved ones feel the calm radiate from you. They breathe easier without knowing why. They sense that a gate has opened for the household. Your steps from here are guided like stars on an exact map. You will meet doors that open with soft clicks. You will meet faces that greet you with quiet respect. The measure of your work becomes balanced and fair. Your efforts return with interest and stability. Your name travels smoothly in conversations of support. The path remains private because privacy preserves the glow. Let results speak when the hour is right. Let silence hold the seed while it roots deep. You are trusted with this hour because you are steady. You are gifted this sign because you are ready. You are sent forward because your heart is clear. The day moves toward evening with kindness. Before 9 the arc completes its bright circle. It seals your progress and keeps it safe. Afterward you will sleep like a mountain lake. You will wake with a new spine of confidence. You will move through rooms with a gentle authority. This authority never harms and never forces. It orders life with calm hands and warm eyes. It builds rather than breaks. Your memory will keep this hour like a jewel. You will touch it quietly when you need courage. It will shine again each time you remember. The page turns once more and another chapter begins. You carry wisdom from the last one without the weight. You walk on with clean steps and clear breath. Protection continues while you act with care. Provision continues while you stay aligned. Peace continues while you choose what is true. The world outside may rush and shout. You do not need to join the noise. Your lane is wide and luminous. Your future thanks you for listening today. Your past relaxes because you honored its lessons. Your present stands tall and steady. The night will hold you like a safe harbor. The morning will hand you bright tools and kind hours. The week will bend toward your good work. Your heart has become a bell that rings clarity. Its sound reaches the right rooms and the right hands. Its note keeps you centered and bright. Walk forward with focus that stays warm. Carry your promise like a lantern that does not waver. Let the path meet your feet and lift them. Archangel Michael says the seal is set and the work is done. He says you will know by the results that follow. He says you are covered and carried. Stand in gratitude that is quiet and strong. Place your hands on the day like a craftsman on fine wood. Shape the next steps with patience and grace. Later, when the time is proper, the outcome will speak. It will speak in practical ways that help your life. It will speak in steady flows rather than sudden flares. Keep the room clean of loud words and heavy doubt. Keep your eyes soft and your pace measured. Keep your promise to yourself safe and bright. This is the hour your story rises without noise. This is the hour your dream finds its frame. This is the hour your life accepts its new shape. The clock touches the edge of completion. The 2 minutes have poured their meaning into your space. The sign has landed and taken root. Hold the center, carry the calm, and walk on with quiet strength. Your name belongs in bright rooms and good plans. Your steps belong on paths that want you. You are trusted, guided, and secure. You are seen, valued, and lifted. You are kept, covered, and blessed. The light remains at your shoulder and does not fade. The way ahead is protected with clear markers. The promise is alive and working. Close this moment like a careful box and keep it near. Let it anchor you when winds try to rise. Let it remind you that the schedule of grace never fails. Your day will finish with a soft victory. Your night will begin with a gentle heartbeat. Your tomorrow will unfold with ease and order. This is the completion of the message for this hour. It is whole and it is safe within you. Walk forward and let the results gather. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says the next layer unfolds like silk drawn through a ring. The light that entered your room chooses a seat at your right hand. It waits for you to notice that courage has replaced the old echo of fear. There is a gentle rearranging in the air around your plans. Meetings find better timing without struggle or delay. Messages that matter show up clear while noise fades into a far hallway. You feel guided to clear a small space on your table. This is a symbolic act that tells the unseen you are ready. It is simple, quiet, and powerful because order is a language of faith. A soft current moves through the house and sets everything to true north. It touches keys, notebooks, chargers, coats, and quiet corners. What you need will sit within reach when the moment asks for it. A memory arrives, not to hurt you, but to release you. It knocks once and hands you back your name. You accept it and it dissolves like sugar in warm water. What felt heavy yesterday begins to feel workable. What felt confusing becomes a list with clear steps. You move one item at a time with unhurried excellence. Someone who once doubted you will watch in silence. They will not interrupt the new arc you are tracing. They will understand by results rather than words. Your hands find the rhythm of good work. You measure, cut, and place with care and clarity. Each task nests into the next like precise joinery. A single phrase settles in your chest and stays. It becomes your quiet instruction for the coming hours. Repeat it in your heart when the old noise tries to return. The miracle does not ask you to shout. It asks you to keep breathing at a steady pace. It asks you to walk as if the floor recognizes your steps. An inner door clicks and a private worry loses its power. You feel taller inside your own outline. You notice how calm looks good on you. Your attention stops leaking into yesterday. Your focus anchors to the present, warm and bright. Your hope leans toward tomorrow with clean strength. This is a season where little choices carry large rewards. Drink water, straighten the papers, answer the one important note. The current of grace favors tidy beginnings. An invitation starts forming in someone else's schedule. They will think of you at the exact right minute. They will reach out with words that match your skill and spirit. You will answer simply and without performance. You will offer only what is true and necessary. You will leave space for their yes to land. Your sleep tonight will be smooth and full of steady dreams. Your morning will rise with practical brightness. Your steps will find the right pace without forcing. The rooms you enter will feel slightly larger than before. They will hold your voice easily and return it kindly. You will not need to prove anything to be allowed to stay. A new habit is asking to be chosen. It is small, beautiful, and easy to keep. It will multiply your stability in ways that feel natural. You will sense when to speak and when to remain still. You will sense when to move and when to stay. You will sense when to build and when to bless. The clock moves toward evening and the window remains open. It gathers loose ends and ties them with patient silk. It closes drafts where energy once drained away. Your name is now framed in quiet confidence. The right people can see it clearly without you waving. They will respond with respect that does not fade. Archangel Michael says there is a seal of protection over your decisions. He says the old tactic of confusion has lost permission. He says your peace is now your passport. As you cook, read, write, travel, or rest, the light accompanies you. It chooses simple places to reveal itself. A small parking spot opens, a deadline shifts, a yes arrives. The unseen is not dramatic because it is sure of itself. It moves like a river that already knows the sea. You are carried by a current designed for your weight. Place your hands on your heart for 3 slow breaths. Let the shoulders loosen as if someone kind is standing behind you. Let the jaw soften like dusk settling on a quiet street. You will notice how much space returns when you choose one thing at a time. You will notice how your body thanks you for gentle order. You will notice how your mind brightens when the next step is small. Tonight has its work, and it is almost complete. Before 9, a subtle confirmation will arrive. It may be a message, a glance, a line of text, a simple success. Receive it without noise and place it on the shelf of proofs. You are building a library of evidence that you are guided. You will open this shelf whenever a storm tries to argue with you. A door inside a relationship will unstick. It will slide on new rails and find its home position. That click you hear is the sound of alignment. In your finances, practical ideas will replace vague hopes. A small plan will show you where to save and where to sow. The plan will respect your season and protect your future. The project that once felt too large will reveal a smaller door. Enter through that door and do the piece that fits your hands. The entire wall will move when the right brick is placed. You will recognize loyalty by its quiet consistency. You will recognize envy by its sudden urgency. You will choose the steady friends with warm eyes and clean hearts. Your home becomes a studio for peace. Every hour you spend there will add strength to your steps. Every corner will learn your rhythm and echo your calm. If travel is required, favor routes that feel honest to your energy. Choose timing that lets you arrive with a whole spirit. You will be surprised how much ease appears when you refuse hurry. There is a gift with your name at the base of this hour. It is folded in paper that feels like cool linen. When you untie it, the room will exhale. The gift is usefulness, and it sits beautifully in your hands. It lets you contribute without exhaustion. It lets you offer quality without noise. Your boundaries will grow soft at the edges but firm at the center. They will invite good and filter nonsense. They will protect your attention like velvet rope at a private door. You will be able to say yes without losing yourself. You will be able to say no without punishing anyone. You will be able to say later and keep your peace intact. The habit of over-explaining will lose gravity. Your clarity will speak in short, accurate lines. Your eyes will carry the rest of the message. There is a moment coming when you will stand in a familiar place and feel it new. You will wonder how the air got cleaner and the light got kinder. It is because you changed rooms on the inside. Archangel Michael says keep your counsel and let time testify. He says patience is your sharpest tool this week. He says humility will open gates that effort could not move. You will gather small wins like polished stones. They will sit in your pocket and remind you who you are. On hard days you will touch them and feel your balance return. Let music that calms you fill the space before evening. Let a simple meal remind your body that it is loved. Let a short walk teach your feet the map of victory. If a sudden choice tries to pull you, step back half a pace. Give the river one breath to speak. You will know by the peace that stands up inside you. Your words will become fewer and stronger. Your promises will become lighter and truer. Your presence will become the proof that something holy touched your life. When the window closes, it will not slam. It will seal with a soft kiss and keep the weather out. What it delivered will continue working in quiet ways. Tomorrow's tasks will line up like well-trained birds. You will release them one by one into open sky. Each will return with a ribbon of result. In the coming days, a face from the past may appear peaceful. If it aligns with your growth, the path will stay smooth. If it does not, the road will narrow and you will know to wave kindly and walk on. Do not spend energy proving your change to people who prefer the old version. They will update when results arrive at their own door. Your job is to remain steady and do the next honest thing. You will find yourself laughing more softly and more often. Joy will not shout, it will glow like a lamp in a window. It will let travelers know that your house is alive and safe. A new mentor may appear as a paragraph in a book, a line in a lecture, a brief call. You will receive what is for you and let the rest pass by like clouds. Your discernment will curate your growth with elegance. Every season has a sound, and this one sounds like pages turning. It also sounds like a measuring tape clicking home. It sounds like shoes placed neatly by the door. Keep a small note nearby with one intention for the week. Let it be simple, measurable, and kind. Let it be the sort of promise you can keep even on a tired day. Your night will close with a sense of rightful progress. Your pillow will hold gratitude like a quiet tide. Your breath will move through your body like a careful caretaker. Before sleep, bless the path that carried you. Bless the hands that helped you. Bless the lessons that shaped you without breaking you. The unseen smiles when you honor simple things. A cup washed, a lamp turned off, a floor swept. Order is love made visible in small rooms. In the morning, you will notice that your threshold is new. Stepping out will feel like stepping up. The city will greet you with a softer face. Archangel Michael says the assignment is not heavy. He says the yoke fits your shoulders exactly. He says you will go farther by relaxing into alignment than by tightening into worry. The miracle that entered in 2 minutes continues in 2 million small ways. It threads through your hours like a silver line in fabric. It strengthens the cloth without demanding attention. Let the results be your announcement. Let your peace be your introduction. Let your kindness be your signature everywhere you go. You are entrusted with calm influence. You are entrusted with quiet authority. You are entrusted with the joy of finishing what you start. This continuation rests here like a warm hand on your back. When you rise, take the next small step with a soft face. The path will meet you and carry you forward. A soft clarity settles on the edges of your thoughts. It feels like rain that knows exactly where to land. Every drop finds the ground that needs it most. You gather the tools that match this new season. They are simple, honest, and ready to serve. They shine with the kind of quiet that outlasts noise. The next hour opens like a door you have always owned. Its hinges move with a sure and practiced grace. You step through with shoulders unburdened and eyes awake. Conversations turn into bridges that actually hold weight. Words meet meaning and stay aligned without strain. Promises fit like well-cut stone in a lasting wall. The unseen arranges timing with the patience of oceans. Tides of assistance arrive without spectacle or strain. You recognize the pattern and relax into its rhythm. A name you carry in your heart is gently lifted. Old heaviness releases like a knot that finally loosens. You feel the warmth of resolution traveling in measured waves. Your desk becomes an altar of focus. Every page you touch receives care and direction. Every line you trace leads to stable ground. A new clarity about boundaries arrives like morning. It does not argue or accuse or defend. It simply draws a clean line and stands by it. You discover that kindness can be sharp without being cruel. It can say enough with firm and generous hands. It can end confusion without creating harm. Your calendar learns to breathe again. White space appears and makes room for excellence. The best work rises in that room and stands steady. A letter of goodwill travels ahead of you. It reaches rooms you have not yet entered. It prepares the table and sets down your name with grace. The fragrance of peace follows your steps. It lingers after you leave and keeps the air gentle. It teaches others that calm is a language worth learning. Archangel Michael says your patience has matured into authority. He says waiting with wisdom built a foundation deeper than stone. He says now your decisions will ring with a bell tone that people trust. Small confirmations collect like clear glass marbles. They catch light from every direction and return it unchanged. You keep them near as evidence of faithful order. The project that stalled begins to breathe again. Fresh allies notice its worth and add careful hands. Momentum builds without debt or noise. Your health becomes a garden tended with honesty. You water it with sleep, movement, and gentle food. The leaves respond with color you can feel from the inside. Money conversations shed their old tension. They become straight lines and balanced columns. They become agreements that respect both present and future. You reclaim your mornings from the crowd of urgency. You give them a simple plan and a steady start. They repay you with days that obey your intention. A wise phrase returns at least once a day. It acts as a compass when the field is busy. It points you back to the lane where peace keeps step. Your sense of timing grows precise and protective. You no longer arrive too early with thin energy. You no longer stay too late when the room has given its gift. The right teacher appears in an ordinary wrapper. A paragraph, a call, a memory with new light. You receive the lesson without making it loud. You meet your reflection with gentler eyes. You notice evidence of growth that took real courage. You bless that courage and decide to keep going. The pull to explain yourself fades into the distance. Results begin to speak the language that matters. Silence remains your most eloquent ally. A practical list waits by the door. It holds only what truly moves the needle. You do these items with a craftsmanship that satisfies the soul. When interruptions arrive, you meet them with measured grace. You sort them into now, later, or never. Your gatekeeping becomes an art that saves your strength. Your social circle clarifies like a sky after rain. Those who add wind to your sail draw closer. Those who drill holes in the boat drift to their own shore. You practice the ritual of closing loops. Messages receive endings instead of echoes. Tasks receive signatures instead of swirling. In the afternoon light, a subtle answer lands. It tells you which branch to prune and which branch to spare. It tells you which seed to water next. The habit of self-trust thickens like well-knit fabric. It keeps you warm when outside weather turns. It does not brag because it does not need to. Your creativity travels on rails now. It stops at stations that match your season. It loads only the cargo you can carry well. A room that once felt crowded becomes wide. You understand that width came from alignment, not from square feet. You hold that alignment like a lantern with both hands. Your signature energy becomes easy to recognize. It is calm, exact, and kindly firm. It leaves a trail of order that others can follow. Archangel Michael says your yes is sharper now. He says your no is kinder and therefore stronger. He says your later has become a gate that protects the future. You revisit a dream that once felt out of reach. It no longer feels like a cliff without a path. It looks like a stair carved with your name in each step. Each step is small enough for today. Each step is strong enough to support tomorrow. Each step keeps your breath steady and your eyes clear. You begin to honor endings with gratitude. You stop extracting life from chapters that have already closed. You bless them for what they gave and release them to rest. Your surroundings cooperate with your intention. Drawers open smoothly and tools wait where they belong. Doors close softly behind completed tasks. In the evenings, you gather the day like folded linen. You put away what is finished and bless what continues. You leave a small light on for the next morning to find you. The mirror of your relationships grows truthful. Respect becomes the shared language at the table. Reciprocity becomes the natural rhythm between hands. You learn to read fatigue as a boundary, not a verdict. You respond with restoration instead of punishment. Your body thanks you by doing its work with quiet excellence. A message arrives that fits your timeline without force. It closes a loop you have carried for too long. You breathe deeper and notice how light travels farther now. Your appetite for drama dissolves in the presence of purpose. Chaos finds no purchase on the walls of your day. Simplicity takes the most honored seat. Your environment becomes an ally in your growth. You place beauty where the eye lands first. You keep only what serves, teaches, or warms. You choose teachers who live their lessons. You choose partners who show their respect in the small hours. You choose paths that do not require you to leave yourself behind. The past shows you a final ledger and then closes the book. Debts of the heart are balanced with mercy and truth. You exit that office with lighter pockets and steadier shoes. Your voice learns to travel without shouting. It arrives at its destination because it takes the correct road. It delivers meaning instead of volume. A threshold appears in a familiar hallway. You step across it without ceremony because ceremony is inside you. On the other side, the work meets you with a nod. You recognize how far you have come without needing applause. You recognize how far you can go without fearing the road. You recognize that your pace is the key to your longevity. The morning you have been building arrives and fits. It wears your priorities like a well-cut suit. It moves through tasks with the gentleness of absolute clarity. When resistance visits, you treat it like a guest with a short stay. You offer a chair, listen, and let it leave. You do not hand it the keys to the house. A new skill clicks into place like a well-seated gear. What took effort yesterday flows with economy today. Your mind smiles at the efficiency and keeps going. The love you carry matures in tone and texture. It becomes quiet, sturdy, and kind under pressure. It becomes a place where people can breathe. You become allergic to unnecessary complication. You learn to subtract until the truth stands. You learn to add only what amplifies that truth. Your schedule supports focus blocks like pillars. You guard those pillars like a wise engineer. Everything built on them remains strong. The night speaks in low, reliable notes. It closes open loops and waters the roots. It lays down a path you will recognize at dawn. Gratitude chooses concrete nouns over vague clouds. It names people, moments, and tools. It writes thank you in places that matter. You refuse hurry as an identity and keep it only as a tool. When used, it is brief and precise. When done, it returns to the shelf without owning your day. Archangel Michael says your discernment is now a lamp and a shield. He says it reveals paths and protects borders at the same time. He says this is how you will move far without losing yourself. You close each day like a craftsman covers a finished piece. A cloth, a nod, a final glance. You trust the work to hold while you rest. In rest, ideas line up politely for tomorrow. They do not demand attention when you are off duty. They wait their turn and arrive fresh when the bell rings. You wake with a confidence that does not depend on applause. It is sourced from alignment and proof. It walks beside you like a quiet friend who knows the way. Your future continues to answer your present with favor. The line between the two grows short and bright. You live in that bright line and let it guide your steps. Archangel Michael says the road ahead becomes smooth where it used to bend sharp. He says the season of forcing has ended and the season of flowing has begun. He says the work will meet you halfway and carry its side of the weight. You gather your thoughts like skilled hands gathering fine cloth. They fold into neat layers of purpose and clarity. What once tangled now rests in order that feels natural. A bright steadiness moves behind your eyes. It guides your focus to the few actions that unlock the many. You honor that guidance and feel your energy multiply. The rooms you move through answer your presence with respect. They offer clean lines, ready tools, and helpful timing. You accept these offerings and continue without rush. Your voice settles into a tone that people can trust. It does not reach for extra shine because truth is already bright. It lands with gentle precision and remains. A quiet boldness replaces old hesitation. You step into assignments that match your spine. You feel how well your life fits when alignment leads. You begin to count progress in completed cycles. Start, shape, finish becomes your reliable rhythm. Every cycle closed returns strength to your core. A single page holds the plan for the week. It lists the small hinges that move the large doors. You place it where your eye lands each morning. Your mornings open without friction. They greet you with the right amount of light and motion. You return that greeting with calm excellence. When new invitations arrive, you measure them with care. You weigh them against your values and your season. Only what serves your long road receives your yes. Old patterns lose their grip because you stop feeding them. You nourish clarity, focus, and rest instead. Your days become the proof of those choices. You treat rest as part of the job instead of a prize. It becomes one of the tools laid out on your bench. With that tool, everything you build sits straighter. Support shows up in shapes you can actually use. A helpful message, a fair contract, a steady friend. These arrive on time because you are standing where they can find you. The habit of calm review replaces anxious checking. You look once with clear eyes and move on. Your trust in your systems grows like healthy roots. A door marked private opens inside your heart. Peace steps through and rearranges the furniture. The room feels larger without adding any walls. A face from your circle becomes brighter. They show you by action that they are safe to lean against. You let support be simple and mutual. Conversations land softly because you let silence breathe. Words have time to settle and choose their place. Truth finds the shortest path and arrives unharmed. You remain loyal to routines that give you back more than they take. They keep the engine clean and the direction true. They save your strength for what truly matters. Your decisions stop asking for applause and start asking for accuracy. You give them precision and patience. They reward you with results that last. Archangel Michael says your timing is protected. He says delays that save you are better than accelerations that break you. He says the right hour never arrives weak. The project handoff goes smoother than expected. Tools are labeled, files are clear, next steps are obvious. Everyone involved feels the quiet relief of competence. Your home becomes a sanctuary of simple beauty. A chair holds its shape, a lamp warms the corner, a plant reaches for light. These small witnesses remind you that growth is quiet and sure. You shape your environment so your best habits are the easiest path. Water waits where thirst arrives. Fresh air meets you where focus begins. Your calendar listens when you speak borders. It stops crowding your breath and starts honoring your depth. You find yourself present in each task instead of scattered across many. The practice of gratitude grows practical. Names, tasks, tools, and moments receive it. Gratitude sticks where it lands and brightens the surface. In conflict, your center remains unshaken. You answer with truth that does not tremble. You protect your peace without wounding your integrity. Money begins to feel like a servant rather than a ruler. It obeys the plan you give it and returns with friends. Simplicity keeps the doors open and the rooms bright. Your creativity plants itself in disciplined soil. It grows tall because boundaries act like trellises. Ideas climb clean lines and bear fruit you can share. You notice ease where you used to expect struggle. You let the surprise be quiet and kind. You continue without announcing every victory. The metric for success becomes honest contribution. You give what is yours to give and leave the rest. The world answers with doors that match your offer. New learning arrives exactly when you can hold it. It lands like a well-fitted tool in a ready hand. You practice until the motion becomes part of you. A letter of favor continues to travel ahead of you. Rooms hold a place for your chair before you arrive. Introductions meet you halfway and tilt in your direction. When fatigue speaks, you listen without judgment. You adjust course by an inch instead of by a mile. You finish the day with dignity still in place. Archangel Michael says your boundaries are gates, not walls. He says they open to welcome good and close to keep peace. He says this is wisdom wearing work boots. Patterns of distraction lose interest in your daylight. They drift away because you do not feed them attention. You reclaim minutes and build hours that feel whole. Mentorship appears in subtle gestures. A sentence, a handshake, a shared tool. You receive, apply, and move on with gratitude. You keep your promises to yourself even when no one is watching. This private loyalty becomes public strength. People feel it without you naming it. Your name carries the fragrance of reliability. It enters conversations before you do. It leaves those conversations a little brighter. You honor the craft in everything you touch. Even small tasks receive clean edges and true lines. Excellence becomes your quiet signature. A map of the next season sketches itself in pencil. You do not press hard yet, you trace gently. The lines will darken when the hour demands it. You adopt a posture that welcomes feedback without surrendering identity. Iron sharpens iron without sparks in every direction. Progress keeps pace with humility and skill. Old shadows fade because light arrives from new angles. Corners that once hid confusion now reveal simple corners. A room lit well needs no apology. Your relationships learn to rest. They stop proving and start providing. They become places of exchange rather than extraction. You celebrate small closures loudly enough to hear yourself. Clip, file, done becomes music in your day. That rhythm fuels the next honest push. Archangel Michael says honor flow, protect focus, and bless finish. He says these three will shape a road you can walk for years. He says longevity is a holy kind of power. When the unexpected appears, you remain elastic. You bend just enough to avoid breaking. You return to shape without noise. You measure opportunities by cost to your center. The deal that asks for your peace is too expensive. The path that preserves your core is the profitable one. A new ally appears with hands that know how to build. They value timing, quality, and clean process. You recognize a kindred pace and say yes with care. Your gifts stop arguing with your needs. They sit at the same table and plan a shared future. That unity shows up in your calendar and your smile. You adopt a closing ritual for each day. 3 lines in a notebook, 1 tidy room, 1 glass of water. Completion becomes a habit you can trust. Fewer inputs create deeper outputs. You choose your sources like a gardener chooses seeds. You harvest better fruit because you planted with intention. The weight of comparison lifts from your shoulders. Your work grows in its own weather, on its own soil. You enjoy the season you are actually in. Your confidence becomes a roof rather than a billboard. It shelters your effort and keeps storms outside. It does not need to be seen to keep you dry. Archangel Michael says you will be amazed by the calm you keep. He says calm is courage at rest. He says courage at rest builds cities inside a life. You practice the art of brief, clear agreements. Yes means yes without extra shine. No means no without leftover smoke. Paying attention becomes your wealth. You spend it where life multiplies. You save it from places that only consume. Silence continues to do work that words could not. It escorts wisdom to the front of the room. It invites respect without lifting its voice. Your mornings return your investment with interest. They hand you hours that obey your plan. You use them well and finish with strength to spare. Your nights receive your gratitude like steady rain. They soak it into the soil around your roots. They release rest back to you at dawn. You make room for joy as a practice. It is not a spike but a steady lamp. It brightens the hallway where your steps return. The people who travel well beside you feel easy to breathe around. You share burdens, laughter, and clear plans. You part ways at day's end with energy still intact. Archangel Michael says your discipline is kindness to your future self. He says your clarity is kindness to everyone you serve. He says your peace is kindness to the rooms you enter. You notice that excellence invites favor without chasing it. Doors open because your work knocks for you. Results speak with a tone that earns attention. The week arranges itself into honest sequences. Each day holds a theme that fits your power. By Friday, the shape of progress is visible and satisfying. Your hands grow fluent in the craft you chose. Movements become economy, choices become art. You move through the work like water moves downhill. You keep your heart soft while your standards stay high. This is strength that does not bruise. This is power that leaves no wounds. Your path remains private enough to stay pure. You share outcomes and keep process sacred. Your life rewards you for that protective wisdom. A final light settles on the day like evening gold. It touches every surface and names it complete. You breathe out and let the room rest. Archangel Michael says the seal holds and the covering remains. He says the miracle that arrived is now part of your structure. He says walk on with quiet stride and let the future recognize you.